Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. We have a question that came in actually to our Facebook account. And this one comes to us from Al Pelkowski. And Al says, Don, I have purchased some of your products. Thank you. And I'm sure it's helping you improve your swing. And he goes on to say, I'll be needing some help. I had a back fusion in August. I have experimented with your swing prior and had some decent results. How important will it be for me to be able to move my right ankle? And then he goes on to say, and clubs. He goes on to say, and clubs. I used a 6.5 stiff shaft. 6.5, I guess, is applying that he put in here that he wrote KZG. But KZG is not so much a shaft as it is a line of clubs that a lot of club fitters use. They make iron heads and wood heads for a whole set of golf clubs. And so stiff 6.5 usually would imply a precision shaft. That's the way they used to define the stiffness of their shafts. And he says, and he said they were stiff shafts, which that 6.5 would be a very stiff shaft. I will no longer be able to use them. I am considering hybrid irons with a lady shaft. I need to get ready for the next season. And this is again from Al Pelkowski from Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Okay, so Al's coming in and basically one issue is he's had his back fuse, which he knows now that's going to affect even the ability to make even a limited turn, and very likely that'll have to make some adjustments and changes. And he realizes really quick that with that fuse back, he's definitely going to have swing speed issues. And so he's talking about, and he mentioned the brand of clubs, which I didn't want to mention, that he's already looking at, and hybrids and everything else. And so I want to address both of those issues. Al, I mean, I think having been on this site long enough, you know that this is the body-friendly golf swing, and that people, many golfers who have had back issues find this because to try to want to keep playing golf, they're looking to take the stress off their backs if they already haven't had surgery, and hopefully reduce some of the treatments they're doing if they're getting any, and then hopefully by being able to learn this swing and take the stress off their back, their necks, their shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, or whatever, they'll hopefully be avoiding surgery. And so that's the whole thing. And then there's a lot of folks that find us and realize that they don't have any of these issues yet, and they would rather not ever have them, and that this swing is a good alternative to hopefully never having to need them. Now, I had back pain, but I never was even any point of ever even needing surgery. I was just tired of being in pain all the time. And I knew it was the golf swing because it went away in for the most part, December, January, and February, where I wasn't hardly playing any golf because of the winter naturally. Even in the South, we still have some pretty cold winters and stuff, and so you don't play and practice anywhere near you do. And I never had any pain until March came along, and I started getting into serious practice and playing again. And so didn't have a back problem. I went to a chiropractor all the time, but his X-ray showed I wasn't into degenerative disc failure or any of those things, but the pain was still there. Tension, stress, and strain equal pain, and then that can get out of control where you're really starting to hurt your spine and everything else, which can cause ultimately things that can get into surgeries, and so and then serious rehab after. So the swing, the peak performance swing, the limited turn vertical golf swing helps eliminate all that. So we know that's for certain. The other big thing that I really more than anything want to talk about in this lesson is you brought up the point that you realize that there's no way you very likely be able to swing those clubs, but you put into a name of a set you were looking at and go to lady shafts. Now, I think that I want to talk about that. That could be critical. Maybe you might not need lady shafts. Maybe you will. But I mean, self-diagnosis is with your golf game in terms of swing issues you should check on and doing, and our club issues is self-diagnosis can cause nothing but opening up just another great Pandora's box of issues. I mean, like I said, it might not be lady shafts. It might be senior shafts. But again, could it be a weak senior shaft, a regular, a mid-range senior shaft, or more towards a stiffer senior shaft, which would be like maybe a weak regular. Could even be stiffer than that. Who knows? You need to go and see an expert. I mean, basically making a self-diagnosis about your equipment or even your golf swing is like making a a diagnosis about your health, about just saying, oh, I think I got this problem and I think I'll take this medicine, or I think I'll take this course of action. I mean, I'm certainly not going to try to trump my doctors, whether it be my GP, my internist, or my cardiologist. I'm going to go to them. If I'm not feeling good, I'm going to them. All right? And in many cases, many times with the GP, he knows, he can determine that you got an issue, and it's out of his realm, and it's time to send you to a specialist. All right, so you go to that specialist, and now you can really get a better chance of getting to the heart of the matter. Well, the golf specialist, as far as your swing is the surge, as well as all the other certified swing surgeon golf instructors. The specialist for equipment, which is what you're questioning right now, and I think that questioning is extremely good. And there's so many people like this. I mean, you have any kind of physical issue that happens. You hurt your arm, you hurt your back, just arthritis is coming in, you sprained your ankle or whatever. Go and see and if you feel like your equipment is an issue now, the experts are our swing surgeon certified fitters to make sure you get the right shaft length, the right shaft lie, that you got the right flex. Remember, this is just regular stiff, stiff shafts, or extra stiff, regular senior shafts or lady shafts. Shafts have a characteristic to them where they have a bend pattern, where do they load and how do they kick. And in many cases, you're going to find that bend pattern has three major bend points, like the tip, the middle, or more high up near the grip. And depending on your swing and how you load the club, and therefore how it needs to unload, our swing surgeon fitters with all their high-tech equipment, the launch monitors that tell you how to balls, the solidness of contact, the rotations off the spin, the launch angles, and the carry and everything else, the spin rates. They put all that together with your golf swing, looking at your shaft, where it loads and unloads, and they will come up not only with the right flex, but what you need, the right characteristics. I mean, DJ played golf for about 3 years before I got him going with Doc, and when we started this, and Doc found out that DJ, even with his club head speeds well over 120 miles an hour when he goes after one, and as high as 125 or more, that he was swinging a shaft where the tip was actually too stiff. And it was so stiff, it was causing him to have to early release the club. So the point is that golf is like life. I mean, when you have issues, go to the experts to find the answers. And self-diagnosis in many cases is going to do anything. It will do anything. Very likely, what it's going to do is going to take you down the wrong path, and in many cases that might cause even more injury. Okay, so spend that a little bit of time, spend that little extra money. And rather than just go buying a set of clubs off the shelf or making this determination, because then if those clubs don't work, now what do you do with them? Sell them, go try another set, and then you could be a never-ending cycle of try this, try that, try this, and see what happens. Just go straight to the experts, get it done, get it right. When the clubs fit the body, you'll be doing it well. Last but not least, you asked something about your right ankle. What place is that? What does that do? Naturally, it's a flex joint, and it's in a very important position because it's down in your feet, supporting your body. And so, if you're a right-hander, I think having a sore right ankle would be the better of the two, because once you're preloaded right, you just turn up and you turn over and onto and load onto your leg and just swing and transfer your weight forward. But you notice what's the left leg doing? The left leg, in staying flex as I stop my lateral shift and then turn onto my leg, the foot is rolling over. Now that's a lot more action on your ankle, and so that would be a lot more difficult to do if you have a bad ankle. Naturally, you've heard me say this, anytime your forward ankle is the one with issues, or your forward knee or your forward hip or whatever, you might want to open up your foot more, and so that you can rotate over it. Opening it still allows the rotation of the kneecap, the external rotation of the kneecap and the whole leg and hip to get there, but it's going to take a lot of stress off, because as you have it open more, you're reducing the amount that the foot or the foot's going to roll, and placing pressure and stress on the outside of the ankle and up through the outside of your leg up into your calf, and then eventually up towards your hips. Okay, so open it up. So if it's your back ankle, I think you're almost, as long as you can just get that and just get the weight and it can receive the weight, no problem, and pushing off. Now, if that's the problem, you're going to find that if you're really having trouble pushing off, then you got to either figure out, can you rehab it and get it right? But either way, it's still you can push off more lightly, but you can still get yourself pushed off, and your arms, swinging your arms properly up to your finish will pull you through, should help you pull you through. And if the forward leg's the problem, just get that a little bit more, and the leg is, and the foot is a little bit more open, and swing up. So we covered a lot of things here, but the best thing is ultimately, just like your health, don't self-diagnose yourself. Go to the experts in golf, go to the club fitters, to get anything to do with your clubs, and go to your teachers if it's about to swing, and you're going to find that when you go to the experts, you get better answers quicker, faster, and therefore much quicker and faster and better results in what you're working on. And it's all about hitting the ball better and staying healthy doing it. So we're here to help you any way we can, but let's go to the experts when you need some advice on anything, and especially, and always include your golf in that. Okay, that's it for the Surge for today, and I'll be talking to y'all again soon.